Okay, so we're here with Kris Orlowski, who's playing a show with the Doug Fur tonight. So, Kris, how about you just introduce yourself and your band?
My name is Kris Orlowski, and my band consists of a few people. Mark Isaacson on guitar and pedal steel and banjo, Tori Anderson on keys and vocals. Drums is Greg Garcia, and our bassist is Tyler Danger Carroll, depending on the night. And we have a quartet playing with us tonight too, so that's a little bit different. But that's the band. Yeah.
So, how would you describe your type of music, your genre?
It's like a folk pop music, I usually say. Kind of a singer-songwriter vibe, but it's changing. It's evolved a lot. It's not really that same vibe anymore. We get compared to a lot of bands, National, Mumford and Sons a lot, because we're five guys that play acoustic guitars and stuff. It's like, you know, the typical stuff. But yeah, that's kind of the vibe. Yeah.
All right. What are some of your biggest influences?
Oh man. I love Radiohead. I love Bon Iver. I love Feist. You know, the Shins. The Portland Zone. The Shins. Now Albuquerque, but whatever. Yeah, there's so many other bands. There's a lot of Seattle bands I love that are friends of mine, even like Alan Stone, Noah Gunderson, Pickwick, Campfire OK, like just to name a few. Yeah, it's a lot of inspiration.
So is there any single event in your music career that you consider like your big break or something really pivotal?
Yeah, for us, our first time playing Bumbershoot was huge. We played to like 700 plus people. It was packed. They couldn't let anybody else in. There's a line out the door for like a good 40 minutes, I think. This is what they said. Who knows if that's actually true or not. But it was like, for us, that was like a big deal, like getting to play for that many people in our hometown. And that was a big show too, because that was our first time really playing to a crowd that big with a string quartet. So that was epic. And then January 20. I can't remember what day it was, but we played right before we played the Doug Fur. It was our first headlining show in January 2013. I did my first interview in Portland, and that was a pivotal moment. So,
pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So, out of all your songs, do you have a personal favorite?
I have a couple favorites. The newer songs usually, like Mountains, All My People. Those are two of my favorites. There's a couple that are older that I like, but I don't know. For me, there's something really fresh about getting to play a song just a couple times on stage. After you start playing it too much, it kind of loses some of that luster.
Yeah, that's kind of the impression I've gotten from other people.
Yeah. So the newer stuff usually. Yeah.
Alright, so what are your lyrical influences? Are they more like your own personal experiences and thoughts, or are they inspired by other things?
Yeah, a lot of the time it's like reflections and just me discovering things and experiencing things. Though on the next album there are a couple things, it's always my interpretation of the world, but this next album I've kind of gone away from that a little bit, and I'm actually one of the songs is about a book about a short story from Flannery O'Connor called Good Country People. So it's not done yet, but it's pretty close. So yeah, it's evolving, but it usually it's just reflections for me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So on a kind of similar note to new stuff, is there anything new or big in the works coming up soon?
Yeah, we've got a big tour planned with this band out of Virginia called the Last Bison. Really stoked for that. Those guys are awesome. There's about 6 of them. They're like a family band, and we played with them in New York and at Dobe Fest this last summer. And they killed it. They're so good. They've gotten so much better since that Dove show too. And then we've also got a new record that we're working on, but we're at the beginning stages, so who knows how long it'll take. I'm hoping to get it out next fall, but yeah, I don't want to put pressure on myself either, because I want the best songs to come out. So we'll see.
So your band name is just your name. If you had to choose an actual name that wasn't that, do you have any ideas? Thought about it?
Oh shit. Army of Darkness might be one of them. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know. I don't have any idea what we would call it. Yeah. No comment. I plead the fifth.
Okay. So, what else do you do other than music? Be work or hobbies?
Yeah, I read. I like to play frisbee a lot. Actually, I'm a big frisbee fan because it's like a really great way to stay in shape and like hang out with my friends. I'm kind of a hippie like that.
Yeah.
I also really like what is it called when you roll the ball up the ramp into the pockets and you score points? Skee ball. I love skee ball. Obviously, I love it a lot if I can remember the name, but I don't get to do that very often because we don't really play bars that have skee ball usually.
Yeah.
And then I love chips and salsa. In my spare time, I love to eat chips and salsa. And I feel like there's one other thing I'm forgetting, but I can't remember right now. But I'm sure there's other things I love. I'm so enraptured in music right now. It's my life. I work actually at a marketing firm too, by day, because as a musician, it's so hard to work. It's so hard to not work and have a job. And I'm sorry, it's so hard to not work and just play music. It's almost impossible unless you're Alan Stone and Macklemore, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Alright. So, if you could collaborate with anyone, dead or alive, who would you collaborate with?
If I could collaborate with anybody, dead or alive. It's one of those questions where I just say world peace and then I like wait for the next question, but or Jesus. I'd collaborate with Jesus. But I'd have to say I think Bob Marley would be really interesting. I don't think that would be people wouldn't peg me as somebody who would dig Bob Marley, and I haven't always liked him, to be honest. But I think he'd be one guy that'd be like, I really want to get in this guy's like his headspace and see what he's all about. We could come up with something crazy, I think. So Bob Marley, yeah.
On a pretty similar note, do you have any like guilty music pleasures or something you listen to that people might not really?
Yeah,
respect
people
you?
are gonna disrespect me for sure when I say this, but I really like John Mayer's stuff. I've heard he's kind of not the nicest guy sometimes, but like a womanizer or whatever. But man, he writes some pretty good songs. I don't even know if he writes them all, but I assume he does. I haven't heard it yet. Otherwise, I also feel like there's Lana Del Rey. I kind of like her stuff too. She does this like summertime sadness song. It's like a remix, and it's really good. Sorry, it's so loud with cars and people.
It works. Got any embarrassing or funny stories from the road?
Yeah, this one time we were playing actually here in Portland, or we were coming through. I think we either played in Portland or we played somewhere, and we were just staying in Portland. And we were staying in this like mansion. It was this awesome house our friends of ours had introduced us to. And the Hubkas, they're really nice people, and they have this beautiful house up in Sherwood. And so we're staying there, and Ryan Hubka, the dad, had gone to work, and so we were just horseplaying around. We saw they had this security camera. So Tori, we did this like little home video that we put up on one of our mailing lists. Tori ran by just like in his underwear on the security camera. It was so funny. It sounds less funny than it really is, I swear. Like, it was really funny at the time. I sound like such an idiot right now, but just like horseplay like that, just not taking ourselves too seriously, having fun on the road. Tori loves to get naked, so we just take advantage of that. You know what I mean?
Didn't come out right now, did
Yeah,
it?
didn't really come out right, so she said. Anyway.
Do you have any questions?
Yeah. Cool, well, thanks guys.
Yeah.